Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing some new ballast pump impellers on our Mastercraft X55. We're here in the boat, got the cover off, got my two doors open here for the storage areas. First thing we're gonna do is take off this access panel right here. It's got, depending on your boat, might have a few screws on this side, few there. Go ahead and take those off, and then we'll get access to the engine and bilge area. On this particular boat, our ballast pumps are right about here and right about somewhere over here. So we're gonna need easy access to that. There's no way we can get to it from the engine cover, which only opens up till about here. Those ballast pumps are way in the back. So I'm sitting down in here. I got the engine cover open, and the reason is I want to double check and see which one of these have a nut on the backside and which ones don't. So some of these will have a nut on the backside and some of them don't. Just make sure you're checking in the back so you don't lose your nut and it falls down in the bilge. Now we've got this one to get off. This one just has the two bolts up here, and I think there's a nut on the backside. Let's get those off. We've got that one out of the way. Got it placed over there for safekeeping. And now we should be able to, I mean, it's never easy, but now at least we have access to our two ballast pumps right here. That's the one for the left side. This is the one for the right side. And this one is the one that's not working for us. The first thing we're gonna do is kick it on and see if we got electricity coming to this guy before we start pulling anything apart. Using the right terminology, that one is your port side, this is your starboard side. Port is your left side, starboard is your right side. So what we did, I have my son in the front, and I told him to click it to fill, and then off, and then empty, and then off. And when he does that, the pump moves and rotates. It doesn't rotate. You can tell it's shifting a little bit towards getting electricity, and it's trying to turn, but it's not turning. Now, next thing we're gonna do is pop this cap off, make very sure you don't lose those screws. Underneath that cap is gonna be your impeller. So we're gonna take that off and see what we're working with. We got this cover off, put that away, and inside, you're gonna see your impeller. Now, that impeller doesn't look like it's in terrible shape, but we're gonna replace it anyway. Now what I'm gonna do is have my son turn it on without the cover on, see if it spins, and then we're gonna pull the impeller out, and again, have him turn it on and see if it spins. All right, now click it to empty. All right, turn it off. Now click it to fill. All right, stop. Now click it to empty. Huh, interesting. Oh, dang, this thing has seen better days. Maybe the pump was working and it just wasn't moving water. That is all tore up. Okay, now click it to fill. Starboard? Uh-huh. All right, off. Now click it to empty. All right, so it's going both ways. You can turn it off. So here we go. This is the old one, obviously. You wanna open that new one? All right, let's see what we got in there. We should have an impeller, an O-ring, and some lubricant. There's the impeller. First thing you want to do is make sure that it matches your old one. Make sure it has the same keyway, same shape inside. Check those sides, you know, all that good stuff. And you always want to replace the O-ring that is right underneath that cap. And then the lubricant is important too. What I like to do is take the lubricant, you just snip this top off with a scissor, or you can just rip it off. I like to take the lubricant and wipe it all on the inside of the housing, the pump housing, instead of on the impeller itself. That way it doesn't get up my hands all messy while I'm trying to put it in there. So let's do that. We're gonna lubricate the inside of the housing, just use pretty much all of that, and push this thing in, and then we'll see if it goes both forward and backwards. What I still don't understand is why this one wasn't turning. I mean, it doesn't look like it's hard or anything, but maybe it was getting bound up somewhere. We'll see. Here's the old O-ring. You want to make sure to compare it to the new one. Same diameter and everything. All right, take the old one. You got it? All right, we're gonna put the new O-ring in and the new impeller. So we got the impeller just kind of in there, and now we're gonna give it a shot. All right, go ahead and put it in forward or fill. Off. Put it in empty. Stop, stop. All right, so that guy is running, and it's on empty, because we couldn't empty this thing last time we were on the lake. The pump wouldn't come on or anything. So we're gonna wait until you hear the water. We're gonna wait until all that empties out, and then we'll go replace the other two ballast pump impellers. Okay, I got the cover off the other one. I was able to reach it from the same side. So I had to stretch across the whole thing. So this one was working, so we know it's functioning and it's, you know, properly working and everything. All we're gonna do is replace the impeller. So let's pull that guy out. Just use some needle nose pliers. We'll put some lubricant on there, a new O-ring, and we'll put the new one on. Here's the impeller out of that one. It's a little hard, but it's not ripped up or anything like the one on the starboard side. So we'll go ahead and toss this one, and we'll get the new one on. All right, what you got over there? Bro, do me a favor. Hey, everybody watching the video, don't open your boxes over an open engine cover, because if something falls, you're not gonna find it. Nope, nope, we'll do it over here. You don't wanna risk that falling over here, right? Yeah, we'll get all that stuff out. Good, good. All right, use a little paper towel to clean out the inside of the housing, put your lubricant in there, and then the impeller. Port side empty. All right. Up. Now our center ballast pump, that's for the center tank, and our pump is right here. Now this one is a pain in the butt because, as you can see, you can't get to the cap under the fiberglass. So in order to get this pump loosened up, you got to undo those two Phillips bolts, these two Phillips bolts, and then pull this forward a little bit, then you'll be able to get to the cap. Now we've got the pump loose, so we can take the 3 screws off to expose the impeller. We're gonna use a little flathead, just encourage that. Ah! We got it out of there. I hate leaving trash in bilge. Now use your little needle nose, get that out. Gross. We're gonna clean all that out with a paper towel so it's nice and dry, and put some lubricant in there. All right, you got the lubricant? Just squeeze it all in there, the whole thing. Yeah. Squishy, squishy. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Squish the entire thing in there. All right, now use your finger to wipe it all around the edges inside. No. Oh, yes, no. What you mean, heck no? Hurry up, man.
With this?
No, with your finger. Hurry up, it's just lubricant. Real good, all across all the surfaces, all the way to the top brim. I think you missed this whole area. Yep, yep. And the reason you guys watching on the video, you want to lubricate the top so that that O-ring kind of sticks. You want to get the lubricant in that groove right there. Keep going, yep. Now all across the top in the groove where the O-ring goes. Yep, yep. And that will hold the, it'll help hold the O-ring in there while you assemble everything. All right, that's good, man. Now let's get the impeller in there. Now, oh, well, we'll do this first. Find the notch right there, and you just kind of want to squish this thing in there. Line it up with the shaft, and voila. You don't need to worry about which way those fins are facing. They'll correct themselves once you turn the pump on. And if the O-ring is a little bit too small, just take it out and give it a few tugs in different directions, and it'll help stretch it just a little bit so that it fits better. And these caps are directional. They only go in one direction. So make sure you line up the screw holes and confirm that it's lined up the right way before you start screwing it on. Otherwise, you'll be annoyed and you'll have to take it off, and your son will tell you, oh my God, it's hot, why can't I go inside, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And the reason we're both holding this up, well, one is so it doesn't wobble around, but secondly, there's this wiring harness right here with this connector, and I don't want to put the weight of this pump and the hoses on it because it will pull on those wires that are crimped into those terminals. We don't want that. So you notice I'm not over tightening any of them, just getting them snug. And then, let's see. All right, they're all snug now. Now I'm gonna go back and crank on them. All right. They don't need to be crazy tight, but just snug enough to where by hand you can't turn it anymore. Don't use an impact or anything like that on these. Now, before we put it back together, we're gonna test it. All right, turn the center tank to empty. All right, perfect. There we go, all done. So ladies and gentlemen, if you know how to use a screwdriver, you can replace your ballast pump impellers. It's not very hard. It's actually pretty easy. Uh-oh, we're missing a screw up there. Oh, look at that, we gotta fix that. It's not very hard to do, and I highly recommend either the green impellers or these orange ones. I'm gonna put the link down in the description for both these new orange ones that I'm really looking forward to having. They should perform better and last longer too. And from everything I've read, they kick on and run at a faster speed because they don't need as much voltage with whatever the material is. I don't know if it's all marketing nonsense, but everybody says they work better. I'll put the link down in the description for these orange ones and the green ones. If you got any questions, ask them in the comments below. I'm always happy to help. In the meantime, we love you guys. We'll see you next time.